Check this out. This is an old video that I made years ago. I was watching this reality. It's supposed to be the horse head in a paranormal recording. Can't remember who it was, but it was on TV, and they were talking about that. There was a horse head, and I think it was a paranormal witness or some stuff like that, some kind of a program that they show paranormal stuff and things. Anyway, look at the camera can see this. We cannot see with our own eyes this. This is the fabric of this reality. Now let me show you what this is. Not any horse head, anything. These are hands. That's what the deal is. Took me years, 15 years to finally decipher what this geometrical alignments was. I keep seeing it on images from galaxies, nebula, from the Hubble telescope, from my own telescope, from images from Apollo, orbiter, you name it. Check this out. I'm gonna prove to you that this is all made with hands. That's the basic shape of all these little deals that you see here. These are all hands, look. One finger, two fingers, three fingers. Hand. Check it out. But it goes in every, it's three-dimensional. It goes in every direction. This is the fabric of this reality that we are in. We just don't know how to, people don't know how to say. It took me years. Like I say, only when I watch this Apollo image from the Tsiolkovsky crater, I was able to decipher. These are all fingers. They come from the top, from the bottom. It's three-dimensional. Mostly you see the fingers, these two videos. These are fingers, all of them. It's very rare to find one single hand that show the full hand with because they intercept in every direction. Look, that's a thumb. Right there, look, right there. See, check this out. This is what that is, all of it. And look, it makes one gigantic hand. Look at this. But the hand has a small hands and made, like I say, it's all made with the same geometrical shape. Check it out. It's all fingers and fingers and millions of freaking fingers. And these are all the same thing, hands. But like that, I can remember his name. He was saying, I see the fingers exactly. That's all you see mostly. You won't see the hand individually or one solid full hand. It's mostly fingers like that. In fact, you zoom in with this camera and you will see when you freeze a frame and you compare the image of that frame with a picture from a telescope of a galaxy, it's the exact same geometrical shapes. the same thing that you're looking at here. That's how this reality is made, from that shape, the hands of creation. Now I know why that's how it's called. Because that's the signature of God, or what we call God, the consciousness that created this reality. See, it creates that shape all the time. It's difficult to think that this is what this is. It's difficult. I accept that. People will like, oh, you're crazy, you lost your mind. Well, if I did, well, how come the drawing I'm doing matches perfectly with what is there? If that is not true, then that shouldn't be the truth. See, I thought it was a demonic because you see faces. See, look, let me show you why I'm talking about that you see demonic faces, and it's none of that. It's an illusion made with the same hand. Look, right there, you see what it looks like a eye, and you see the pupil, and you see another eye. You see the pupil, and it looks like an angry deal, but when you really see, and it has this intercepting line, but when I really didn't study close enough that these are all hands, fingers, none of those eyes exist. It's none of it. See, look, that's one finger, and the fingernail. Look, boom. That's the other finger. The fingernail. That's another finger. The fingernail. Boom. And he keeps repeating, and he goes in every direction while you're looking at it. Look, there's a hand right here that goes this way. There's another finger that goes. There's the other one. And the small one right there, the index. 4 fingers, the thumb is somewhere in there. But then it goes this way too. Look, it goes the opposite way. I mean, it's so complex. Like I say, only a God could create something like that create illusions of faces and all, and it's none of that. It is and it's not. It's according to what you think. See, right there, it looks like that's a nose, and that's an eye. That's the other eye. Check this out. There's none of that. When you really get closer, right there, look, it looks like a face, but when you really get close enough, then you see that the eyes disappear. There's none of that is there. Look, this is a hand, these are fingers, and they come from every direction. Look at that. And then you see another finger, but they come from every which way you can name it. Horizontal, vertical, small, tiny, medium, large, ultra large, super large. It looks like a face. You see what I'm saying? But once you enlarge enough, then you see that there's none of that is there, none of it. It's an illusion. Look at that. All you see is that fingers and fingers and millions of fingers. From far away, it looks like what you think it is. A bunch of faces and nasty looking. It's none of that. It's full with your mind. See, I keep saying, oh, but look at this reptilian. And, whoa, I was wrong. Because now I know that none of that is true. See, look at that. See, it looked like it made these eyes right here and another eye. So check this out. Because every finger, it has a tiny hand in it. And they come from every which way, vertical, horizontal, diagonal. So all that is an illusion, and that's what I say, that if everything comes from the Creator, from this reality, then there is no ghosts and no demons and none of that. All that shit is in our head. We make that happen. We create that reality. You go to a house that's supposed to be haunted, but you go with this mindset that all of this is only an illusion. Nothing will happen. That energy doesn't exist there because you know the truth. It won't fool you ever again. Once this reality or God or whatever that mind knows that you know the truth, it will never fool with you ever again. All those so-called illuminated objects that look like UFO, all those are displays from this mind, from this reality. What we call God or the system or the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. See, it's complex, man, but it's because it's in three dimensions. It's in front, behind, on the next to it, diagonal, horizontal, vertical. It's three-dimensional. Only a God can create something that complex. See how it becomes, see how tiny, you can see the little fingers, and those little fingers make bigger ones, and those make even bigger. See, look, there they are. The same thing. I see this in galaxies, in nebula, on black hole. You see on how they made the same thing. This type of physics cannot be replicated in any laboratory. This is celestial. See, look. Then he has another one coming from different direction. These are all fingers, look. This comes this way. That's the fingernails. Then it comes this way. See, intercept in front of it. And it makes bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's part of a bigger one that is like that. That's the fingernail of a bigger one. And then see, it becomes an enormous freaking finger that is subdivided into smaller and smaller and smaller in every direction. All of it comes from that basic shape of hands. See, look, right there. See how tiny it becomes? Look. And that's tiny already. This is an enhancement of the tiny deal. Look, the basic shape continues to become smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's the geometry. That's how I know that this is the true shape of everything that makes this reality. Look, there they are, the hands. Look. Oops.